Noodles and Orcs, this is Kianara and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a bit of workspace tour video. I think that's kind of route I'm wanting to go with naming this video. A couple of months ago, after I moved into this new house and finished remodeling this room, I gave you a room tour video. I will pop a link somewhere up there, down there, if you are interested in seeing the full room tour. Except it is not complete, that room tour, because I forgot something. I kind of skimmed over my work area like, hey, this is my desk, doesn't it look amazing? And I went on to the next thing, and I totally forgot to show you guys my actual workstation. I have two nice big drawers next to my desk that hold pretty much most of my doll customizing items and stuff like that. And I totally forgot to show you those. How about that? In the meantime, back when I made that video, I only had one set of drawers, but I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff. And I actually need two to store all the stuff that I use very often. I do have some art supplies and craft supplies that I do use less often. They are in different places in this room. They are somewhere in this room. But the things I use the most are actually either on this desk or in the two drawers beside my desk. And I never ever showed you those. So I thought it might be fun to actually show you my little workspace drawer system organizing things. Now, before I go and show you those, I have to tell you something. I am very OCD when it comes to my workstation. Very OCD. If a stranger would walk up to me and say, Kianara, I need this item, then I would pretty much be able to tell you which drawer, which centimeter of that drawer that item is in. I am very OCD about that. I just like my supplies to be in their spot, easy to reach, that I know where to find them and not have to go through all those drawers. Where did I leave this tiny little item? So that's why I'm a little OCD about this thing. So yeah, let's just show you guys just how OCD I am. Hold on, let me flip the camera around. All right, there we are. So this is my workstation as it is right now. I have my tiny little desk. It's small, but it's pretty much all I need. I have never been shy of space when working on items. It's perfect. It's a perfect tiny little desk. And as you can see, I've got these two drawer system cabinet thingies next to it. And it's a little hard to see, but I've got some recycling bins down there. We need to recycle pretty much everything in this place, so that's why I have like 3 of those things down there. It's a little much, but you kind of have to do it. So let me start on the left, show you what's inside this drawer system. On top of it, I've got this little box, and it holds some of my brushes that I use for, not for face-ups. These are, for example, for painting or aquarelle, watercolor, stuff like that. And I have some rulers over there as well. I have a little water spray bottle and one of those sticky rollers. Right there, if you think, what's that brown thing behind there? It's my broom. But yeah, this is pretty much all the brushes that I use to either clean surfaces of dust, because I use these big ones for that, or for watercolors and alkaline brush pen, watering, stuff like that. That's these brushes. I have some candles sitting pretty in a pot, and here I have all sorts of things. This is a little cute cat organizer that I got off AliExpress. I absolutely love this. It's so cute. And it holds a lot of things. We have some brushes here and some combs, some clamps for restringing. I have a brush here that I use for getting all the grime out of the tiny little corners of a face up. I have brushes that I use to style wigs. Just a whole lot of things that I use to either restring my doll or anything doll. And there's you can hardly see it because I got a lot of stuff. This is my pen and scissor area. These are pretty much all my scissors, my fabric scissors. These are the ones I use to style my wigs. And I got a cute little fox hand cream thing. There's also this mini stationery thing. See if I can open it with one hand. Probably not. Oh, I can. It holds all these tiny cute little mini things. Besides the highlighter, they're actually kind of doll sizes. That's why I have it. So yes, that's there. And as you can see, I like my nails long, so sometimes I have an accident and they break, and that's why I have a nail file with a magnet on it for some odd reason. And I have a nail clipper right here as well in this little thing, and an eraser, something I use when I'm gluing on lashes. I don't know what the hell this is or how you call it, but it's this. Just some little bits and bobs that are handy to keep around. So, okay, let's go into the first drawer. Da, 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 da. What I have here is pretty much all my pens that I don't want in there. There are only 1 or 2 pens. There's a pencil and a pen, I believe, in here. Yeah, it's a pencil and a pen. That's just enough. This is all colored pens. There's a whole thing of hot glue in here as well. But as you can see, everything has his little cubby, his little basket to fit in. It's where the OCD comes in. For some odd reason, I also have a bubble thing in my drawers. Don't ask me why. I have a box of matches. And I have some batteries in here in the back that are for my tiny little clock that I have in my room that you'll probably see later. This is mostly stationary items, like I have a stapler, some sticky tape, something to burn my incense and candles with, some staples. That's pretty much in this box. In the back here we have some miscellaneous items. I have a pencil sharpener, some roller glue I have here, and some batteries, some old MP3 players that actually don't work and I need to throw out but never do. Some spare erasers in there. This is pretty much my tiny little junk basket. Next to that I have my white duct tape. It's just in between, jammed in between these 2 things. I also have a whole basket full of washi tape. It's not really organized, but I can easily take it out if I need it and take out the ones that I need. So my washi tape basket, and here I have a bigger basket which holds my Instax film, and it holds my cleaner that I use for my glasses when my glasses get dirty. I've got a very oily skin, so this is a necessity to have. And I've got some notebooks stored in here as well. So that's the first drawer. Let me show you the next one. I have my calligraphy pens in here, and some calligraphy ink, more pens, more ink, more things that you use with calligraphy. I have this, what is it? Robijn Intense droogtrommeldoekjes. These are dryer sheets that I use to style my alpaca wigs with, because they are hella static. And this does the trick, guys. If you are having trouble with static alpaca wigs or yarn wigs or whatever, get you some dryer sheets. They are amazing. They cure the static like instantly when you just rub it over the wig. So that's I also have here. I have some more fountain pens in here. These are just regular fountain pens. I love fountain pens. You can never have enough fountain pens. Here I've got some ink for my fountain pens. This is all ink patterns. And here some baby wipes to keep my hands clean when I'm doing face-ups. Keep them clean from pastel dust and all sorts of things like that. And I clean my desk area with this as well. This is a whole lot of elastic and some tape. This is the things that, you use for stringing your doll, of course. What else would you use this elastic for? Well, I think there are a lot of things, but this is my restringing elastic in all sorts of shapes and sizes. And I've got some, these are actually for sandwiches. Do you store your sandwiches in when you're traveling? But I kind of use them as for wig making. I cover the heads with it as a protection. That's why I use that. That's in here. And then last drawer of this system. This is this mini tin. This is where I keep my lashes. These are some clear stamps that I use in my bullet journal. Some ink pads for those stamps. I have some Ziploc bags in the back here. This is a magic block where I usually keep all my magic block. I only have one left at this moment. These are some other Ziploc bags that I keep in here. Some more stamps. And this is my spare brush basket. The brushes that I have to spare that came with sets that I don't use yet. I like to have a few spare on hand for whatever reason. You never know when you might need a new one, when the old one just gets too crusty to actually use, so that I always have some spares. And I've got a lash curler in here. This is actually going with that, but it doesn't really fit. So yeah, it's my lash curler. And that is this set of drawers. Then I will move along and show you a little bit of what I've got up here. This is not really crafty, but this is what I look at when I'm crafting. I have my wow, speaker right there. That was a hard word. My speaker. This is my MP3 player that I use. I know, old school. It's very old school, but it works. It works. I have my cactus cup, which I drink from. I have some artwork up here and some of my plants. I have a lot of plants. I love plants. This is my little clock. This is what I usually use to record my videos with. Some of my rings, some more artwork. This box right here. This is where I usually store my cleaning supplies in for cleaning face-ups. There's a little bit of magic block left. I usually chop them up and put them in here. And I've got some cotton buds and some of these things. I just keep them in here, nice and tidy and cleaned up. I like that. I like my space nice and tidy and clean. That container holds all my donuts. That sounds really weird when you say it like that, but the neck donuts that you put in the head, to give the head some more moving space. Does that make sense? You guys know what I mean, right? So I have my tissues, some wax burners, wow, this thing is precious. I love Stitch, and this is just, I love it. He holds my notepad, and yeah, this is just more flowers and more decoration. It's not really craft supply items, but it's still pretty. It's still pretty. And this is my view. I have an amazing view. I don't know if you guys can really see it. Let me see if I can show you that. This is my view. It's an amazing view. I love it, and this big window gives you so much natural light, which is amazing. Oh wait, I forgot to show you, I also have a lamp. And this is my lamp. It can flex over my work table. It has a daylight lamp in it instead of a normal lamp, so I get this really bright white light when I'm working on face-ups in the darker days or in the evenings. So yeah, it's my craft lamp. I can just hide it in there, and it's got some cute white antlers and a veil. Just because I'm extra or something. And here is my other cabinet. And this, we got one of those cat organizers again. I have some other notepads in here. Some clear file things. This is actually part of my Instax that I keep in here. This is a book where you can store your insects photos in, which is kind of handy. And these are the brushes that I use for my face ups. These are the blushing brushes, and these are the brushes for paints. And yes, I have a lot of brushes, I know. And I pretty much use all of them. How about that? So yeah, these are my blushing brushes and my paint brushes that I use. I have this little flower pink candle thing, which is actually on top of my paint water. I kind of cover it with this thing so that my cat won't drink out of it. That's mainly the reason why the candle holder is on top of it, because I don't want my cat to drink my paint water. And I'm actually kind of in the middle of a face up right now, so that's why there is dirty water in there. But it's currently drying. The sealant is drying, so I can make a video in between. But yeah, this is my paint water cup. And I have one of these cute little boxes here as well. This is holding some more notepads, a sketch pad, a card that I got from my work, some of these sticky frames, and my bullet journal is behind here as well. And this is, it's hollow. I'm not sure if you can really see it, but it's hollow. It's so amazing. This is actually where I keep most of my, see if I can get it open with one hand. Eep, eep. Most of my Instax pictures are in here. It's not full yet because I only recently got my Instax. So yeah, this is where I keep those things at. Keep them nice and safe. And let me see if I can. Oh, I'll do that later. This is the second drawer system. Let me just open up the first one. First drawer, and this is all my face up supplies. So I have my sealers and my nail polish remover here, some protection, some washcloths. I use them to wash off my brushes and clean off my brushes on these things. I have one here as well. Yeah, I prefer to have washcloths. They are of course washable, so a little bit safer for the environment and stuff like that. Reusable, I'm all about that. So that's why I use washcloths. I just got them at the thrift store for like 30 cents, so it works perfectly for that. I have a notepad here, which I use to scribble on my pastels, so I can work off of this when I am using pastels. These are 3 boxes on top of each other of pastels. This is where I keep my pastels in. I can show you one. Oh, this is not a full one. The other 2 are pretty much full. This one is not full, but I keep my pastels in here. I've got a wide range of different brands of pastels. I've got Jaxels, got Rembrandts, I've got pretty much every other brand. Nah, not every other brand, but I got a lot. So I keep them in these 3 boxes, nice and safe, so they don't get damaged. These are all the paints that I use for most of my face ups. Not all colors, some colors I just not that often use, but the most used are in the front here. This also holds my glosses. There's my gloss, and there's some more. And these are just paints that I use for face ups on the regular. These are my Vallejo paints that I actually just recently got because I got myself an airbrush. I know there are actually Vallejo Model Airs, which we will get to later, but these are the colors that they don't have in the Model Air, and I do want to have. But you can still use these in your airbrush, you just need to dilute them a little bit more than the Model Air. But yeah, Vallejo paints for my airbrush, and I've got them in all sorts of nice colors, so I keep those in here. I've got some metallic paints in here, my Mod Podge, some glitter paints, my glue for lashes. I've got a little bottle of alcohol, and some mica powder. This is my paint palette that I keep in here, and yes, I need to clean it. It's dirty. Yeah, these are my sealants in here. I always have a glove when I'm sealing because I hate the feeling of sealant on my fingers. So I have a glove for that. So yeah, I have my MSC and my Citadel in here. And that's pretty much my face-up drawer. Then we will go to the next one. And this is my sewing drawer. As you can see, I have my little hedgehog pin needle thingy. I don't know how you call that in English. Oh my god. But yeah, I've got that one. I've actually got a lot of those. This is one that I got from my mother-in-law. It used to belong to, I believe, her mother. Well, the grandmother of my boyfriend. Which I have in here as well. And I've got a box of even more pins in there. And I've got a lot of pins and some more here and some more there, but we'll get to that later. These are my bobbins. And these are my colored threads. These are my black and white threads. I have some buttons in here. My measuring tape. My stitch cutters. Thingy, stitch rippers. That's that one. That one. I've got a big one and some small ones. I have a little pincettes here as well. More needles, more needles, more needles. This is a little baggie that holds all my tools for my sewing machine, and these are just cans and cans of add-ons for sewing clothes and stuff. These I don't know what you call them. Just decoration for clothes. Let me just I'm failing at English today. I am so very, very sorry. I have some of this iron sticky stuff. I know the Dutch words, but I don't know the English words. Yeah, it's pretty much just to glue pieces of fabric together. I have some elastics in here as well. Some more of these pins. I have some more buttons hiding underneath here. Some of these magic items I also have, and I have some more of this sticky iron-on thing in the back of here, and these are, I believe, even more buttons. I don't believe, I know they are actually more buttons. And then the last drawer of this whole tour is a little bit more big. It looks like a big mess, but it's not. I promise you it's not. Let me start at this side. These are my balls and nets for wigs that I have spare. These are tiny elastics that I use for styling hair and stuff like that. Some wig stopper I have in here as well. Something that I tame my wigs with when they get too fluffy. I have some balloons in here that I use on top of head caps to not have the wig slide all over the place. This really helps. Just put a balloon on the head cap of your doll and your wig will stop from sliding. It's amazing. So yeah, I have some balloons. I have some loom elastics that I use when I am working with alpaca. And I have some bigger elastics in here that I also use for stopping wigs to slide off my doll's head. When the balloon is not working, I usually go for one of these big elastics, and that works really, really well. I told you guys earlier that I have some Vallejo Model Air as well. And I do. It's in here. I've got even more paints. Look at it. It's amazing. I've got some of these shinies from some of these nail art. Tiny little balls and some more beneath here. And some of these tiny little shiny. See if I can show you that up close. Which I use for face-ups as piercings and earrings and stuff like that. That's what's in here. I have some jewelry wire. Wow. I cannot say that 10 times fast. I've got that in here, and I've got some more of those cabochons. Bigger cabochons that I use for whatever thing I want to use it for. I've got the golden ones, and there's another box of those of blues in below. That's that. I have some feathers here that I use to make my big dream catcher in my bedroom. I had some left over, so I keep them in here. I have some jute trim here. I've got more trim in here, and some ball and chain in here. This is actually a handle for a bag that I keep in here. Don't ask me why. I've got some clear nail polish because that's always handy to have. I have my post-its for hanging stuff on the walls. I have some band-aids. Whoops, because you crafters all know that band-aids, you sometimes mess up and you need a band-aid. I have a box of gemstones in here, some bracelets that I already made for my dolls that I still someday want to use, but I don't know on which doll yet. And I have some of these. Oh my god, this is going back to my childhood. I'm these pacifier charms, and I have some random shit in here. Some doll gloves, a little bit of a yeah, just all sorts of random stuff that I actually don't really use, and I don't know why I still have it. And this is my basket of ribbon. This is all ribbon. Oh, this is elastic, by the way, but the rest of it is all ribbon, and lace, and more lace, and more ribbon, and more lace, and just as far as you can go into this basket is all ribbon and lace. So yeah, that is my workstation. So yeah, guys, that was the tour of my workstation. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, watching my massive OCD when it comes to my workstation. It might look like I jam-packed my drawers, but there's definitely a whole lot of organization in that drawer. I know exactly where everything is. So yeah, welcome to my OCD. And like I said, I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you did, and if you like what I'm doing, then you guys know the drill by now, right? Then please like, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!